This is the AEW Collision January 4, 2025 full show results video which takes place at Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina. The show starts with some promos and Mark Brisco says Daniel Garcia is his boy, but he must whoop that ass for the TNT Championship. Garcia likes Brisco, however, the fans want to see a fight. The Learning Tree is going to flunk rated FTR and Adam Copeland, and FTR retorted that Chris Jericho's crew got hit by the ugly tree. Then we saw a match between Daniel Garcia versus Mark Brisco for the TNT Championship. The finish came close to the 20-minute time limit. Garcia hooked the sharpshooter. Brisco reached the ropes and punched Garcia off the turnbuckles and followed for a froggy bow. Then he hits Jay Driller and Garcia got his foot on the ropes. In the end, Garcia countered a fireman's carry to score a jackknife pin to escape with victory with under 2 minutes remaining. Wheeler Yuta cuts a promo backstage and considers Jay White a marked man after interfering in Death Rider's business. Jon Moxley respects FTR, but they crossed the line and now, a new mess is created with Adam Copeland. There will be a price to pay traveling down this road, hell on earth. The next match happened between Jeff Jarrett versus Aaron Solo, and the result of this match was Jeff Jarrett defeated Aaron Solo by pinfall when Double J hit the strike twice for the win. The next match happened between Private Party versus Lio Rush and Action Andretti for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Top Flight were sitting front row to get in the heads of Lio and Andretti. The challengers' game plan had them in position to win on gin and juice, but Isaiah Cassidy kicked out. Private Party rallied on Lio for a twist of fate from Cassidy and a shooting star press from Mark Quinn. Andretti landed a springboard 450 splash onto the pile to break the pin. On the finish, Andretti scored a roll-up near the ropes. He locked hands with Lio for extra leverage to cheat, and Top Flight hopped the rail to smash Lio. In the end, Cassidy reversed position to secure a roll-up on Andretti to win the match, and retained the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Adam Copeland is coming for Jon Moxley, because the Death Riders attacked his friends. When Moxley claimed that nobody wanted to be world champion, Copeland wasn't there. Cope is here now and ready to wear the title proudly, and Chris Jericho interrupted to stir the pot, but Copeland tried to ease tension with respect. Jericho still mouthed off, so Copeland called him an asshole. The next match happened between Toni Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo. In the end, Taya Valkyrie interfered to help Purrazzo gain control, and Storm punched Taya off the apron. Purrazzo went for a roll-up, but Storm escaped, then cradled a roll-up of her own to win the match. Christopher Daniels tried to encourage Hangman Page, says he believes that the Cowboy can win the world title again. Hangman sassed back and he sees Daniels as an old man clinging onto the sport that left him behind, and then hits a slap. Hangman put 5 across the face, and Christopher Daniels did nothing. Hangman walked away, then Daniels exploded with rage. He headbutted Hangman so many times that he started bleeding from his own head. Daniels shouted that he is not a stooge, he is the fallen angel, and Hangman will respect him. The Acclaimed were in turmoil. Max Caster ran his mouth about being the best wrestler alive. Anthony Bowens was tired of the bullshit, and the only reason he hasn't punched Caster is that Billy Gunn asked him not to. Then we saw a $100,000 high-speed collision 4-way match between Brian Cage versus Commander versus Dante Martin versus the Beast Mordos. Lio Rush and Action Andretti attacked Martin early as payback. As the match progressed, Martin returned to the mix. Wild moves all around in a fast-paced flow. In the end, the Machine was the last wrestler standing with a weapon X to pin Martin, and Brian Cage is in the money. FTR apologized to the Rock and Roll Express for past fights. All was forgiven until the Outrunners entered. They claimed that the Rock and Roll Express still owe them gas money from 1982, and it's time to collect. Ricky Morton apologized, so they shook hands flexing muscles. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between rated FTR versus Learning Tree. Adam Copeland and Chris Jericho had a showdown. Cope went for the spear, but Jericho caught him with a codebreaker. In the end, Copeland took care of business and he tackled Big Bill off the apron and followed for a flying dive. He speared Brian Keith on the apron. Dax Harwood got his knees up to block the Lion's ult from Jericho. The Nuve was alone and ripe for the picking, then Shatter Machine from FTR and a spear from Copeland to win the match by pinfall. After the main event, Jon Moxley revealed on the big screen that the Death Riders kidnapped the Rock and Roll Express. The Outrunners tried to be heroes, but they got knocked down. Copeland and FTR ran to the back, but Moxley left the Legends tied up as a message of his power. The Death Riders exited out the side door, and rated FTR gave chase too late and the show goes off the air.